But so if a dead-on run is not made at an event, the money for that category will carry over to the next event. At the end of the season, the various winners of this award will be invited to participate in a winner-take-all $500 dead-on-zero tournament at the first Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series event in 2018. That'll be this race. I don't write it. I only read them. So during the first scheduled time run session, each contestant winning the award will have a chance to run 1090, 990, or 890 on their respective class index. And if no one does that, the tournament will carry over to the next race of the season, which would be Maple Grove. Once again, Classic Auto Body and Royal Pet Cremation will return to sponsor the Classic Auto Body or Royal Pet Cremation Best Appearing Car Award for 2018. The Classic Auto Body Best Appearing Car Award will be presented at the Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series events, Summit ET Finals, and the Northeast Division Junior Drag Racing League Division Championships. Royal Pet Cremation will present the awards at the PCRichard.com National Open Series events for 2018. Earl Nichols of Classic Auto Body, Royal Pet Cremation, is happy to present this award to the deserving car of each event. Classic Auto Body has done some fantastic paint jobs on race vehicles over the years. If you're in the market for a new paint job, give Classic Auto Body a call. You won't be disappointed. And if you have a loss of a beloved pet, please keep Royal Pet Cremation in mind. I think I better read this again. Had a racer come up and ask about the Super Comp Top 8. All right, once again, listen up. It'll be Paige Coughlin taking on Brett Martin in round number 1. Michelle Costa and Amanda Boychesko. That'll be another pair. Sean Frick and Colby Fuller. Marty Martin and Ed McLeaf. That's the Super Comp Top 8. Super Street Top 8, it'll be Casey Cole versus Taylor Iacono. Marty Ganjoin and David Johnson. Matt Weston will be racing Don Garbinski. And Sean Frick will take on Chris DePascal. So, just to confuse me, Sean Frick will be in 2 of the top 8 shootouts. Stock top 8, it'll be Allison Smith versus Sean Conway. Steve Sisko versus Rick Galladay. Steve Zupka goes up against Matt Lisa. And Shane Oakes will be racing Adam Keir in round 1 of ATI Stock Top 8. All right, the cleanup is complete, and we're back with Superstock. Joel Warren, right side, Superstock H automatic, 98 Firehawk. And Abe Lincoln Moorhead in Super I automatic, 1987 IROC car. Well, this will be Joel Warren's first real pass of the weekend, the H automatic car. On the right side. Moorhead, on the other hand, did run a 1033 in the initial session. Now, Warren's index is a 1060, and he runs a sub-record 976 at 134 miles an hour. Moorhead, 984, also makes a big jump. Now, Moorhead moves into the number 16 spot. And Warren now number 17 at 83 under. Herbie Null's got the right side of the racetrack, the atomizer lane. Herbie's 87 Camaro categorized in GTI automatic. So a 910 for Ken Hanley on the left-hand side. And a 1079 for Herbie Null. Herbie Null, right side of the racetrack. Picks up a teeny tiny bit, stays number 22. Dean Mowry. Dean from Middlesburg, Pennsylvania, the GTI automatic. Super GT. Dodge. And Joe Santangelo, left side. Santangelo with the 1033 against the 1080. Lowry's 997 is almost identical to his earlier 998. Okay, it's a 10th off. 100th off. Right side, we've got the flying wedge of Jonathan Alagarucci. It's a 512 cubic inch Viper engine in the factory Superstock car. Left side, Billy Pyers, Superstock C modified. So once again, a quick check of the top end. Before we send the next pair down. Now it looks like we're good to go as Jonathan Alagarucci pulls in, puts the top light on, now goes in all the way. Billy Pyers, Super C modified 85 Trans Am on the summit side of the racetrack. .919 the elapsed time for Alagarucci, 9:30 for Billy. So neither elapsed time will move them out of their respective qualifying positions. Got Bill Trum right side in Super Gas. And Robert Madden, the Corvette out of Levittown, Pennsylvania. So first time down, Madden had a little bit of trouble. Could only muster in 1250. This time runs 1010 at 138. Bill Trum 996 at 130. And the reaction time is really not even worth mentioning. If you look at the screen, you decide for yourself. Jeff Keogh, right side. 1987 Cavalier and Ricky Hall. Yorktown, Virginia, the hometown for Ricky. Ricky was a bit quick at 9:69. So he's got to speed it up a bit. Actually, he's got to slow it down a bit. Jeff's got to speed it up a bit. He didn't. And Ricky did slow it down, but to a 10:03. Here's Bernard Weaver, right side. Dennis Allen on the left side. The reaction time for Weaver, 0:03. Dennis was 0:45. And Dennis runs 980 at 153. Weaver, 976 at 155. Got a pair of Roadsters. One's a Corvette, one's a Camaro. Michelle Furr's got the Corvette on the atomizer side. Donald Miller is the Camaro pilot. You know, 025 to 050 on the tree. That was Michelle with the 025. Her lap time 986 at 164, and a 990 with a 5 at 165 for Donald. That's a 1968 Plymouth on the right side, 440 power for David Anspach. And David Morris with the Don Davis car on the left side. He runs 989.9 at 170 to Anspach's 983 at 154. Reaction time Mars 027, Anspach 039. It's a Dodge Omni. Jay Sapelka. Jay on the atomizer side. Steve Paquin in the Summit lane with the Chop Top 55 Chevrolet. Paquin from Kingston, Rhode Island. Sapelka from Ripon, West Virginia. They both go red. Sapelka by 16 thou, Paquin by 21 thousandths of a second. Sapelka's lap time is a 992, the speed 157. Paquin 993 at 158. That's Kevin Robb with the 63 Roadster on the right side, the 63 Corvette, and Richard Stroud, the 27 Ford. Both cars with Chevrolet big blocks. .028 the reaction time for Stroud in the Ford Roadster. .033 for Robb. Stroud was closer to the 990 standard at 989.1, 149. Kevin on the quick side with a 972 at 171. Got a Ford-powered Ford on the left side. That's Bill Nuzzo from Irwin, Pennsylvania. The 93 Mustang. Charlie Konopik in the atomizer lane. 63 Corvette, 427 Chevrolet. Both cars had 10-second elapsed times last time down. Of course, the idea is to run 990. And now they both run 990s. It's a 994 for Canopic and 993 for Nuzzo. How about a 993 at 98 miles an hour? In a world where you could run 993 at 175 miles an hour, that looks kind of weird on the screen. That's Jerry Pierce in the Oldsmobile, 1997 Cutlass. Atomizer side of the racetrack. Rick Homan, 67 Chevrolet 2. A 001 reaction time for Jerry Pierce. Just seems like the car's not reacting very well. He was good. The car done got stupid, though. Runs 1224 at 156. Rick Homan, 090 light, but runs 998 at 148. And if that was a race, Homan would have won. Marvin Napier, right side. 27 Ford Roadster, powered by a 347 cubic inch Ford. He'll be lined up with Ray Conson's 81 Camaro. Conson, red by 2000. Napier with an 055 green. Marvin runs 1002, and Ray, where's Ray? Is he? Yeah, 1562. It took him a while to get there. Here is Delray Beach, Florida's Darius Poitier. Darius on the atomizer side. Kenny Bowers, the Corvette, on the left side. Slow mover on the top end. It clears. And we're ready to go with Bowers and Poitier. Bowers with the better reaction time, 020 to 057. And the elapsed time for Bowers, 992, 161. And a 986 at 162 for Darius. The 1993 Dodge Daytona for Tommy Corbett on the right side. Tommy Corbett won the big Wally here, right here in Virginia, 2000. And he's off the line with a 003 reaction time. And runs 997 at 148. Hey, attention in the park, attention in the park. A cell phone has been brought to the tower. If you can identify it, we'll give it back to you. And I tell you, it's going to be easy to identify. Greg Slack, right side. Vito Bosca, left side. I am now experiencing technical difficulties as the announcer screen goes completely black. Minor power failure. We're back. Yeah, it is. David Griffith, right side, 65 Corvette. Dale Conson, 63 Corvette. Off the line first with an 029 was Jim Perry. Jim Perry on the atomizer side. Doug Linda at the Summit lane goes 985, 156 to Perry's 986, 162. On the right side from Newport News, Virginia, Hauser, GTO, and Lance Pinto on the Summit side with the Cavalier. 001 for Pinto, runs 987, 149. Mathauser, 988 at 154 with a 160. John Taylor up next on the right side, the 1999 Dodge Dakota. He's going to take this shot alongside Jason Kenny, the division champ. Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Reaction times 07. Before. At 988. Frank Volpe up alongside Cobb. Volpe on the atomizer. Cobb in the Summit lane. This time he runs 990 with a 0. So if the 1044 time 066. On the other side of the racetrack, Craig Porter, the Mustang from Silver Springs, Maryland. He's 0. As 169 to Sessom's 985 4 at with a 990 with an 8 on the end. Peter Lucky Luciano on the Summit side. This time he's 097. Now at 149. Rich Price was 040 on the tree. Runs 997 at 150. 1.67. The 2017 Corvette Roadster on the right. That is Iggy. Left side, Lauren Freer. Ran 980 with a 6. This time runs 985.7 and 147. Southers, who was 023 at the hit, runs 989.8 at 161. Brooklyn, New York's Michael Handress on the right side. The atomizer lane. And Leonard Marshall in the summit lane. 19. Leonard's reaction time of 18 thou beats out Michael's of 041. Michael's still having problems with that car. 987 for Marshall. Attention in the pits. We need stock and super street. Stock and super street, top 8 to the lanes. Oh, this is our super stock call. First call for top 8 Superstock. Warner, Herbie Null, Brian Oakes, Scott Albrecht, Nick Childs, and Jeff Jewell. Justin Loeb's negative 001. Oh, watch. There's been a whole hit with a red light. All right, well, you have to get it out of your system now because you get, I think you got one more shot tomorrow, right? All right, here is the category that really got me excited today. Top alcohol dragster. Well, as we were discussing earlier, we pretty much all agreed up here that this is the marquee category of the race. Fantastic elapsed times, great racing, and a new record. Jordan Vandergriff at this point is number 8 at 5:27. The cars range from Rich 16 down to that 5:27. This weekend, they have not been able to crack into that tight 8-car field. So Jeff and his dad, Gary, certainly have their work cut out for them. Doug Foley missed the first 2 sessions. Jeff Veal coming. Now again, this is a new ride for Schuster. He made his first test pass in the car yesterday and has gone as quick today as 5:47, but 5:47 ordinarily would be a great run. Not today. Super Comp, top 8. Super Stock, top 8. Super Comp, top 8. Super Stock, top 8 to the lanes, please. That would be you, Amanda. Super Comp, top 8. Super Stock, top 8. We need Sledge to the lanes, please. snowmobiles, sleds, snow machines. To the lanes. Well, Fox got it tuned up much better because 562 not good enough as Schuster coasts to an 844. And it'll be back to Chemung, New Jersey for Thomas Fox and back up the New Jersey Turnpike for Schuster as well. Now, this is a bit of surprise. See Dan Mercier and Karen Stallman not qualified. In fact, way down there. Stallman, number 13, ran 5:39, and Mercier has been having a tremendous problem getting that car to go. He is number 16 out of 16 cars with an 875. Mercier wound up number 7 in the division last year and has been struggling mightily this weekend to get the car down the racetrack. So the bump's still at 5:27.7. So 2 nitro cars not yet qualified. Karen on a pass. 5:34, close, but no cigar. Best run of the weekend does not get in. And it is also obvious that Dan Mercier will not get in with an 11:39. Super Gas top 8. We need him to the lanes? All right, Super Gas top 8. I'm going to read the names off. Rich Price, Charlie Canopic, Bill Nuzzo, Jerry Pierce, Lauren Freer, Dennis Allen, Iggy Boychesko, and Michael Handrus. Don't come rolling in yet, but you are the select few. We're Super Gas Top 8. Once again, Rich Price, Charlie Kanopic, Bill Nuzzo, Jerry Pierce, Lauren Freer, Dennis Allen, Iggy Boychesko, and Michael Handrus. All right, here we go. Two more last-ditch efforts. The Nitro car on the right side, Jordan Vandergriff. He was in. He's now out. Number 9, Danny Dietrich. The supercharged Mopar on the left side. So Dwayne Shields now on the bump. Well, I guess the point is moot. Vandergriff will not make the run. Dietrich needs to pick up 700s and change. Pop, and that will end Dietrich's hopes of getting into the field. 594, 187. Car looked like it was moving, started to wander around, and then kaboomed. So next pair, two super tough, high-quality cars. Dwayne Shields. Impressive resume. U.S. Nationals 2011 winner. Winter Nationals 2011 winner. 2014 Gator Nationals. 2012 U.S. Nationals. And the 2014 World Final Champion. He's on the bubble. Julia Natas, left side. Went to the finals at the Vegas National event a couple weeks ago. She's not in. In fact, she's number 10. A 528.4 does not get you into the field. And all they can do right now is sit there and wait. And sometimes that's not a good thing for a driver. Right. You don't want to think too much. You just want to get in the car and go. Well, from what I can tell, from what I can overhear, no oil on the racetrack, just a whole bunch of shrapnel. I'm thinking, how can you have all those parts and pieces of aluminum, and no oil on the racetrack? I don't know. My guess is we might find some. Super gas, quick 8 to the lanes, please. Super gas, quick 8 to the lanes. Super gas, quick 8. All right, once again, Super Gas Top 8. You are Rich Price, Charlie Kanopic, Bill Nuzzo, Jerry Pierce, Lauren Freer, Dennis Allen, Iggy Boychesko, and Michael Handress. Attention, super stock racers that ran in the last session. Please check your time slips and make sure you have the accurate information. I think we got a car number wrong. And it may involve Ken Hanley and Bucky. So, once again, super stock racers that ran the last session, please check your time slips. Make sure that information seems correct to you. Attention, Robert Bagley. Robert Bagley from Wausau, Virginia. We need you to the tower, please. If anybody found a cell phone out there, or a wallet, or pretty much anything, please bring it up to the tower, and we'll do our best to get it back to the original owner. Well, the people on D3 TV know why we're on hold right now.
Yes.
But those of you out here probably don't know. If you're a regular here, you probably know. We are waiting for the sun to move just a little bit. Because at this point in the day, it is nearly impossible for the drivers to see the tree. The sun is directly in their face, and I know exactly how they feel because it's the same way up here. You can see virtually nothing looking out of the window right now except shadows. So bear with us. And as soon as we get that pesky sun in the right place, we'll get back with the final qualifying session for Top Alcohol Dragster. Hey, Michael Handress, we need you. You are in the Super Gas Top 8. Michael Handress, 182C, to the lanes immediately, if not sooner. Hey, we're back. The sun is down, and we can see again. Literally. And here we go. Let's set this up again. Dwayne Shields, right side out of Boulder City, Nevada. That's the peak antifreeze car on the right side. He is on the bump right now at 527.7. Alongside him, Julie Nadis. And I found out she is from Norway. Makes her home now in Santa Barbara, California. She's 22 years old. And in her short career, she already has a national event runner-up to her credit, and she did that at Las Vegas. I believe that was 2 weeks ago. Dwayne Shields won a bunch of stuff. And if nothing changes, Dwayne stays where he is, number 8. He'll go up against 516 running Richard Burke in round number 1 tomorrow. Now, we've waited a while. You know, there's still some heat in the track. The sun is down. It's cooler. Julie can easily get it. Well, I shouldn't say easily. Superstock Steve Carter to the tower, please. Steve Carter to the tower, please. Oh, you can see the header flames out of Julie's car. Will it be 526.5? Guess what? She just got in. Bumped Dwayne out. Wow. Holy moly. Dwayne now number 9 with no chance to get back in. He is done for the weekend. So Dwayne's only hope right now to get back in is as an alternate. And now Josh Hart is on the bump, which goes from a 527.7 to a 527.4. We're literally playing with thousandths of a second in qualifying. This is exciting. Wow, that was pretty cool. That was. Down to the wire for Julie. She gets in, bumps out Dwayne Shields. So what you're saying is the bump. Yeah, I would say that would be correct. 527.4. Oh, yeah, definitely. Awesome record. That's like a little more than a tenth of a second separating the whole field. So the field is set right now. Troy Coughlin, Josh Hart, they're in. They're good. They cannot get bumped out. Not even going to mention what happened just there, what almost happened. All right, now I'm ready to see some big numbers. I mean, like they're not big already. Hart, good run over there on the right side. 523, picks up 4 and goes 274 miles an hour. Problems for Coughlin, 739 at 117.
So he's off the bump.
So, yeah, Hart is off the bump and goes to number 4. Doug Foley's on the bump. But he can't get bumped out.
No.
So with that last pair, the field is now separated from top to bottom by 91 thousandths of a second. So, in other words, this field beats the old field by a full 1/10 of a second.
Yes, that's correct.
First into the water box, Jared Dreyer. Dan Page's car's lit. Here he comes. What we really need to do between now and tomorrow is find out how many personal bests will run this weekend. I'm thinking a bunch.
I think so.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was all of them. So Dan Page for Art Gallant Racing. Number 3 at 5:17. Great run in the last session. Can he do better? Jared Dreyer. Jared out of Division 3 makes his home in Clinton, Indiana. His best run of the weekend was a 5:24. In and out of the throttle for Dreyer. Page legs it through to a 5:19 at 282. Yeah, he slowed down a bunch, right? 200s. Darn. He'll take it. I guarantee you they're loving it right now. And that wraps it up.
Top speed of the meet right there.
Yeah, top speed of the meet.
Yep.
282.78 for Dan Page. Man, what a great 3 qualifying sessions we had today. First one right out of the box just blew us all the way. Set a record for the quickest field ever, and it just kept getting better and quicker every round. Now we're back to the funny cars. Matt Gill will be on the right side. The Moduline Cabinets 2016 Camaro out of Brockton, Mass. Chris Houle made the trip from Evansville, Wyoming. I wonder if Chris or Kevin might be cowboys in their spare time. I figure, what else you do in Wyoming? Race funny cars and rope steers. We don't do that too much in New Jersey. Now going into this session, Chris Houle is number 8 out of 8 cars at 869. Just a little bit too quick for Supercomp. Matt Gill, number 7 at 643. So we've got Matt Gill, the 2015 Eastern Region champ, and Chris Houle, the Keystone Nationals winner from 2017. And they got about that far. Both of them, about the same time, clicked it. And Chris still runs his best run of the weekend at 8:39. So 10:26, the elapsed time for Mr. Gill. He'll stay number 7 with his earlier 6:43. Next up, it'll be DJ Cox and the Dixie Construction. Chevrolet bodied car on the right side. And Mike Burns, the Chicken Chokers Black Magic tribute car. DJ ran 2 very close consecutive runs, 5:63.7 and a 5:62.9. Those are good enough for the number 4 position. Mike Burns, shaking down a brand new car. Currently number 6 at 5:70. It looks like both cars chattered the tires right at the hit. A 1088 for DJ and a 1746 for Mike Burns as they both coast to the finish line. The DJ will stay number 4 with a 562 at 262. Mike Burns, number 6, 570, 260. The right side of the racetrack, the atomizer side, that is Dan Pomponi out of Berlin, New Jersey. Number 2 qualifier at 551. He is celebrating his 500 tour. 500 passes, 50 years. I was speaking with Dan yesterday. He and his wife, and their Scotty dog. And Dan told me that he always wanted to race top alcohol funny car. That was his dream. That was his goal. And it was his wife that talked him into it. Said, you know what? You only go around once in life. Do it. And he's been doing it now for 50 years. Won the Gator National in 2013, won Charlotte, won the Virginia Regional Race, and he won the Gator Nationals again in 2014. Arian Rochon from Wesley Chapel, Florida, does not have much of a resume, but he's got a number 5 qualifying 567 to his credit. And it looks like he may be stuck out there. So when that happens, the driver abandons ship, climbs over the wall, and we send Dan on a single run. So Dan having trouble finding traction. I got to say, this has not been the most eventful qualifying session for top alcohol funny car. As not a single one has gone down the track under power. The final pair about to enter the water box. It will be the Mike Strasburg tuned Why Not Racing 2015 Yanko striped Camaro of Annie Whiteley, a.k.a. the Speed Queen, out of Grand Junction, Colorado. Summit side, Phil Burkhardt Jr. driving the Follow a Dream car, owned and tuned by Jay Blake. Now, Burkhardt took that one way out there. How about that? Annie Whiteley, the only one in the session to go down, and she runs 540 to improve by 400s on her previous best. Speed as well, 273.39 miles an hour. So she goes into round number one tomorrow, qualified number one, low ET, top speed of the meet. And we've got Pro Stock Snowmobiles coming up. Benny Rosato, right side, from Sandown, New Hampshire. And Gary Schweikert from Slatington, PA. The two Ski-Doo powered machines. So these are two-stroke engines. They got expansion chambers. That's why they sound like that. And I found out something interesting about them yesterday. You know, two-strokes got to run a fuel and oil mix. They actually have regulations as to how much oil to fuel they can put in. And they get tested for that at the end of the run. So their fuel check is a little bit different. They're actually looking for the amount of oil in the fuel. Gary Schweikert way out in front. Cranks out an 8.67 at 144. And Benny, obviously with problems, went 17.43 at 62 miles an hour. And I got to tell you something, 62 miles an hour would be about as fast as I'd want to go on one of those. That was the whole field? Okay. All right. Hey, we're going racing for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Super Street. Top 8. David Johnson, left side. Marty Ganjoin, right side. That's Marty in the Hugger Orange Camaro. So David Johnson on the tower side. Made a mistake one time, called him David Johansen. He liked that. He thought it was pretty cool. I guess he was a fan of the New York Dolls. And they are off. Both cars come off the throttle stop, charge towards the finish line. Reaction time advantage. It was a noticeable one. And it went to Marty, as does the win light. Yeah, 1090 with a 9 loses to a 1095. Margin of victory was 13 thou. Christy Pascal, the Vega, Camback on the right side. Sean Frick. 2 tough racers from New Jersey. Red light for Chris DePascal. Win light, Sean Frick. Whoa, how about that, Sean? 1090 with a 2 for the win. Here's your next pair. Taylor Iacono, right side of the racetrack. Casey Cole, left side. The 2 kids. Taylor's 19, Casey's 24. And we have a winner. Casey with a 1092 to Taylor's 2 quick breakout 1089. Don Garbinski on the right side, the Dodge Challenger from Philly. His opponent, Matt Weston from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Reaction time advantage went to Garbinski. But the win light goes to Weston. 11-11 to a 12.96. I think the Challenger let Garbinski down. This is ATI stock top 8. Adam Kerr, the A-stock automatic car on the right side, dialed in at 991, going up against Shane Oakes. Call him Shane Maverick Oakes after that wheel stand with the other car. Again, Adam, 991 dial, 1148 for Shane. A foul start for Adam. And he is out of the running as Shane gets the win. He had a 20 light, runs under the index by 7 thou, but you can do that when your opponent red lights. Next to the line, Matt Lisa taking on Steve Zupka. Matt with the blue Nova from Vernon, New Jersey. Lisa's dial under is 1112. Zupka's 1128. So he's noticed a little. All right, we're going to open up the lanes for cleanup runs right now. So if you're due one, we need you to the lanes. Matt Lisa for the win. A 10 light to an 074. That was pretty much it right there, right on the starting line. So Matt runs 4 over. Zupka is 2 over. Here's your next pair. Rick Galladay, right side, M-Stock Automatic, 1980 Malibu, Steven Cisco. The Quack Racing, 69 Camaro. Galladay goes first. He goes red, and Steve Cisco moves on. And here is Allison Smith, the A-Stock automatic car on the right side, taking on Sean Conway's N-Stock automatic car. Round number 1 of ATI Stock Top 8. So both Conway and Smith are green. Reaction time advantage goes to Allison. She'll win the round, 10:06, as Sean Conway runs under, breaks out with a 12:72.3. And that rounds up round number 1 of Top 8 Stock. This will be round number 1, first pair of Super Stock Top 8. Nick Childs, Super Stock B Super right side. Jeff Jewell, Super C automatic on the left side. Once again, cleanup runs to the lanes. Red light, big red eye for Nick Childs. Red by 76 thou. Jewel with an 032 light, runs 941 on the 931 index. Was that for me? You know, Brian Oakes for the win over Scotty Albrecht. And they were killer on the tree. Albrecht was 004 to Oakes' 005. Oakes ran dead on with a 7:10.08. To Albrecht slightly too quick, 8:73. Now we continue with Superstock Top 8. Byron Warner on the atomizer side, taking on Kevin Clark's GTN automatic car. There goes Kevin. Big wheel stand out of that Buick GS. Reaction time's really close. And it will be Warner by 27 thou, 9:59 to 10:59. Herbie Null's got the right side of the racetrack. The GTI automatic 87 Camaro out of Greencastle, Pennsylvania. Let's see if the other brother, Brian Warner, can follow in his brother's footsteps. Yes, he did. He didn't have to work too hard, though. Herbie Null puts on the red light by 8 thou. Warner, against the 997 dial under, runs 997.2. Hey, guess what? Looking at the ladder, the Warner brothers have to run each other next round. They're on the same side of the ladder. Lauren Freer will be on the right side of the racetrack. The 30-year-old Mooresville, North Carolina native, running in Super Gas. First pair of Super Gas against Sayville, Long Island's Dennis Allen. Lauren for the win. A tight one, too. 7 thou at the stripe. She was 014. Dennis is 037. We got Jerry Pierce on the atomizer side. Bill Nuzzo in the summit lane. Oh, that's got to hurt.
Yes.
A 1 thou red light for Pierce. Nuzzo was 093. He was ripe for the picking. But he'll take the win with a 988. Well, this will be a Charlie Canopic, Rich Price matchup. Canopic on the atomizer side with the 63 Corvette from Renfrew, Ontario, Canada. Rich Price from Royersford, PA on the summit side. And this will be the final call for cleanup runs. Final call, cleanup runs. Well, one reaction time about 100% better than the other one. But it didn't work out in Charlie Canopic's favor. He was 034 to Price's 066. And Rich gets the win with a 1026. Final pair of Super Gassers. Right side of the racetrack from Warminster, Pennsylvania, Iggy Boychesko. His opponent from Brooklyn, New York, Michael Handress. You know what? Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. And we're going to use our discretion right now. And we're going to pull the plug on this thing because this time of night, with the weather the way it is, the track can get slippery and cold really quick. So we're not going to send anybody down the racetrack unless we're 1,000% sure that they will not have a problem. So our top 8 race for this evening is complete.
Yes.
More than I think what the deal is, and I'll be with you in just a second on how we will determine the outcome. So it looks like the cleanup runs obviously will also be nixed for this evening. So we are done for the night, and great job by the crew today. We didn't have a lot of damage out there, but what was out there was taken care of rather quickly, very efficient manner. And I also want to thank the racers for being patient with us. We had an incredible show in Top Alcohol Dragster, so that really made my day. Probably going to make my weekend. Want to thank Warren Evans for hooking us up with D3 TV, soon to be D1 TV.
Yes. Very soon.
And we'll be back tomorrow, somewhat bright and early.
Yeah, I don't know what start time is. 9 o'clock p.m. maybe?
So I'm going to say goodnight for Warren and myself, Walter Fry. We'll see you tomorrow.